What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and today we have a very, very difficult decision that we're going to have to make. Now, I've been kind of waiting to see what I wanted to do with this pack, pretty much like around, what is it, like 45, 46? One of those levels, you're going to have an option of this $4 pack, right? So you got Justin Houston, who is trash. I'm not even worried about him. Jadeveon Clowney, who I'm contemplating, and Fletcher Cox or Richard Sherman. Now, I don't really care for Richard Sherman as much, especially for the fact that he has that limited and people are going real crazy with his card. And on top of that, these are nat cards, so you don't really want to go and put too much into it like that, because once you start playing around with training points and stuff like that and it's a nat card, you don't want it to be too expensive, so that way when you downgrade it, you get back, a decent amount. You don't want to get too crazy with that as far as nat cards go. So for the most part, most of my cards that I have powered up and I put a lot of stuff into, they're auctionable, like my offensive line. All of them are auctionable, so when I break them down, I still get my coins back for the actual core elite, in addition to all the, all the other training points that I've used into getting them powered up. So when I'm looking at this, the only issue is this, right? Jadeveon Clowney puts me in a very ridiculous situation because he plays the same position as Anthony Barr. Now, a lot of you guys already know that there's a situation with the, user picks and stuff like that. And, it's been creating a lot of controversy with the fact that people just can't get animations for the most part. Like, you get lucky, sometimes you get it, but it's not consistent. That's one of the real things that people have issues with within the game. You just can't pick the ball. Very simple, right? So when you look at Anthony Barr, Jadeveon Clowney 6'5", this guy's also 6'5". Jadeveon Clowney is more of a D lineman, right? So a lot of you guys are like, yo, get him anyway, and then you could put him on the D line and then whatever like that, right? Okay, let me just explain something to you. Earlier, when the game first came out, I pulled Fletcher Cox, right? And this dude was an animal. Now, when I had him and Vita Vea in the D, together on the D line, my blitzes were completely different. I got a lot more pressure. I got a lot of good things going on, all right? So I know that at the D tackle position, it probably would be more valuable for me to utilize him and power him up than it would be for Jadeveon Clowney to put him on the D line, because who am I going to put him in for? Bosa is definitely starting every game, and Bruce Smith is starting every game. So I don't really have a use for Jadeveon Clowney because he's not really useful any other way other than D-line rushing, in my opinion. So I was thinking about it. We spoke about it on stream, and I'm thinking I'm going to just go with Fletcher Cox, guys, and power him up. Not only that, the other day when EA gave me some free packs from the solo battles or something like that, they gave me the power up already for Fletcher Cox. So what happens is I've been taking the signs from EA. Like, EA usually is going to do me dry. I'm fine with that. But when they start doing stuff like they gave me his power up. So I'm like, all right, maybe I should do something with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they giving me this guy? How much is he? All right, so they saved me like 2K or whatever like that. I don't even really care about that as much as the fact that they literally gave, they gave me the card. You know what I'm saying? Like, and recently I just pulled this card out of a silver pack, and he's going for a decent amount, like 4K or whatever. So that's something that I have to really think about, like, yo, should I be doing this or not? Like, what's the deal? But I do understand that he made a huge difference for my defensive line. And in this year of Madden 19, it really matters, guys. Like, I saw the difference in my D-line immediately as soon as I rage sold Fletcher Cox. But I only did it because I had to get money for Vic. So you got to understand, like, you're going to have to do sacrifices, guys. You can't just, if you're not spending money like that, like me, I periodically spend. I don't spend regular. So every time that I spend, I let you guys know about it so you understand. Other than that, I'm grinding. I'm getting my rewards from playing Draft Champions or whatever. But I'm utilizing some of the free things that EA gives, and I'm getting those free packs. That's how you have to do it. But like I said, if you want to go ahead and just spend your money, that's fine too. You're welcome to do that, guys. I'm not judging you if you have the money to spend it. I'm just saying that everybody can't spend money like that. And this is the way that I always done it in the past. This year, though, I'm changing it up a little bit because they've changed up the way that they produce content. So the players matter. So I'm steadily, spending $10 here, $20 here, stuff like that. You can see I have, I spent $20 now. I put $20 on my account to be able to use the $4, but I'm not going crazy with bundles. I'm just trying to build the best team that I can for the cheapest amount, which a lot of us are trying to do. All right. So a majority of my time goes into solos when I'm, solo battles, stuff like that, when I'm on and I'm playing Madden 19. So you guys have to take that into consideration as well. And also understand the positions. Because like Richard Sherman is going to cost me a lot more if I go with him because I'm going to want to power him up. When, I'm probably going to eventually go after Jalen Ramsey once I get my power-up pass for level 49. If you guys are not familiar with power-up passes, check out this playlist right here with how to build your MUT team. Just go through the entire playlist and you'll learn a lot about Madden 19. Trust me when I tell you that. I put a lot of time into making sure that you guys understand exactly what's going on. So in this situation, I'm thinking I'm going to have to get that Fletcher Cox and power him up. So if you look in the top left, you see that my training is very low. So we're going to have to find bums to get rid of in order to, you know, to get them up to a certain level. But that doesn't really matter right now. We're going to go ahead. We're going to grab them from right here. All right. So this is what it is right here. Choose 87 over. Okay. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to, we got to do what we got to do, man. Like, you only live once, bro. We got to go ahead. We got to get this Fletcher Cox. And I'm going to see how my defense reacts to it. You see what I'm saying? I got to see how my defense reacts to it because he was so good when I had him earlier. He was so good. You know what I'm saying? So I already know that he's going to be decent. I just have to see if he's going to be that same card. All right. Now, when you look at him, right, and you compare him to who do we have there? What do we got? What do we got? We got Vita Vea, right? You see his speed, block shed and Vita Vea. Everybody already know about that. But his power move and finesse, that combination, I don't know what it is in addition to his speed and also Vita Vea being on the line. Yo, my blitzes scream. They were screaming when these two were on the line. But, you know, I'm like, yo, you know what? Probably it's like Madden 18. I don't really care. All that foolishness I'm talking. And then all that stuff started to happen. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and check now what the power-up is all about. Because like I said, I really, really like Jadeveon Clowney. You know what I'm saying? I really, really like him as a player. I think he's going to be a stud in the league, you know, as his tenure goes on. But in this situation, once they patch the situation with the user picks and stuff like that, Anthony Barr is going to return to being the best user in the game anyway. So it's not really a big deal. We have to see how much we're going to need. So we're going to need about 300. We're going to need about 300 of this guy, right? All right. So with that being said, okay, what can we do? What can we do? Okay, we could go ahead. I think what we could do is this. Let me see, because we could buy that other pack that's available for training points. Let me see how much that's going for. What is it, like 15,000 coins? Because it's going to be less than what it's going to cost for the other ones. And we could just quick sell the other, you know, because you get one for coins, you get one for cash, right? So this is 21K, and it's going to give you an 85 overall, but it's going to give you half of the training points. So you could literally, you know, we could spend the 21K because when you look at the auction house prices, it's probably more or less you're going to get, you know, you're going to get similar value. So we're going to go ahead and just get this, and then we're going to use it for the training point value. Even though it's half because it's a nat, doesn't really matter, bro. You're going to still make out a little bit more with that 21K. So we're gonna take Reuben Foster and then just raid sell him for training points real quick. And then after that, what do you have? You got 188? Okay, so that's fine because we're not, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to really utilize you. We need about 300 or something. So we took care of both of those, right? Now I got to get 80 to 81s. We can go ahead and snipe like 2 of those. You know what I'm saying? Get those things popping and then get it like, because I don't really have anything in my lineup that I can do right now to really get the points. So we know that the 81s go for 95. So if we snipe 2 of those, right? See, that's 80, 80. Where's the first 81? See, the 80s are 65. You got to be careful with that, guys. A lot of people get confused with that, and then they don't really snipe. Like, this guy is 12, so we got to spend another 24 to be able to fully power him up. But you know what? I'm mad cheap, bro. So let's go. Let's see what the QBs are doing. Okay, so these are all 81. He's 11.5. Like, bro, like, I really sit here doing this, and you guys be like, yo, bro, man, how do you get so many training points? Yo, what you doing, son? Like, bro, listen. I'm going to sit up in here, and I'm not about that life, bro. Like, I'm trying to make sure I get every bang for my buck. Because guess what? If you don't do it this way, you're going to lose more than not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make sure, once you understand exactly the way something works, you got to get the most out of every situation. Obviously, we know the fullback's going to be expensive, so we don't want to look at that. Maybe the wide receiver. Okay, so 11K is fine. Okay, he's an 80, though. 81. All right, we'll take the 11.25, whatever. So that's fine. We'll go ahead. This dude right here that tried to go wild on Cam Newton, man. I don't respect what he did with the Cam Newton situation. This dude right here. You come in there looking like pregnant Queen Latifah into practice, mad disgusting, and then you get mad at Cam Newton and start saying crazy stuff, man. I don't really like what like that dude right there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wish him the best, bro, but that's not the way you should handle yourself as a man, bro. Real talk with that Benjamin situation. But let's get back to the power up, all right? We're going to go ahead, and we know we have everything that's needed for him. So once he should be a lot better than what he was, because I only had him regular. You know what I'm saying? When I had him on the squad, he was like a regular, just regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Now he's powered up. So we're going to enhance everything that he was doing before. And I think that he'll be able to get out to the edges to increase the chances of my edge rush now. So let's see what goes on once we start powering him up. Okay, we're going to get this done. And we're going to see exactly what's going to happen with him once we get him to the level where we need him. Oh, he got a physical chemistry slot too, bro. Like these dudes, yo, those are so expensive, man. Like, guys, be careful with that. I'm gonna tell you real talk. Just be very, very careful with that situation, because you don't want those problems, bro. Like when they start doing stuff like that, it gets really, really glitchy. All right, so that's what he looks like. All right. Now that's 73 speed, finesse moves, power moves, everything is up. He's completely upgraded. We're gonna go ahead and add his team chem to it. Equip that chemistry scheme. We need to get him locked down too, but we need 10 more. No. Oh, no, we're not going to. Are we at? I don't think. What did we say we were doing, guys? I forgot what I said. Are we going to be looking to do pass rush with the D-line? I think that's what we're doing. We're looking to do pass rush with the D-line. Lockdown is for everybody else. So our corners and our safeties and linebackers are going to have the lockdown, and then we're going to keep the D linemen. We're going to keep them with the pass rush cam. I think that's what we're focused on. So we're going to leave him the way he is right now, okay? We're not going to add anything to him, either scheme or physical right now, because I don't think it's going to make sense for us to give our D tackles lockdown. Just, you know, theoretically speaking, it makes absolutely no sense. So we're going to leave that the way that it is. And now that I think about it, we could have probably also sold Darius, who was our original D tackle that was there that we were utilizing while we sold Fletcher. But it doesn't really matter at this point, because he got me a very, very key pick in one of the games that I played. So we're going to put this guy. Okay, we're going to put Fletcher Cox over here. All right, he'll be the starter. All right. You can see the differences. Only the strength and the block shedding is different right now. So we're gonna substitute for the entire depth chart, and then we're gonna put Vita Vea obviously on the other side. Okay, on the other side of him right here, and then now we should notice an immediate difference. Okay, for the entire depth chart, we'll do that also. All right, because I don't even know, where else did I have Darius? Did I have Darius anyplace else? I want to keep him in the lineup though, because he really is an unbelievable card. Like he really is good. So we'll keep or should we keep him right now? Because we have the other guys. No, okay, Marcel Darius, bro. Yo, you did what you had. You serve your turn, bro. I don't know if I want to put you back in the lineup. Let me look and see what my third down and all other foolishness for the specialist situation is. Because what I'm gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get other players that we're going to have as backups to get that finesse. And, I mean, the power rushing chem, we're going to need to have that done. So, okay, so this is the rushing D tackle. Is that what it's supposed to be? RDT? Where is it? RDT? Rushing defensive. Okay, so, and then we got Joey Bosa everywhere else. So that's fine. All right, so that's the way that I want it right now. So that's pretty good. All right? What I was saying about the lockdown is this. All my corners and everybody like that, and linebackers, once I get my left outside linebacker, I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to put the backups in with the chems also, okay? And I'm going to get lockdown up. And then we're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 with this right here for pass rush. And then we're going to need 12 more, which we're going to figure out how we're going to do that. We might have to alter it depending on how much we need for the secondary and, with the corners in the secondary and everything like that. And what I'm counting too is because I'm going to try to get at least 88 overalls. I might have to just go singular backups and then use my uniforms. You know what I'm saying? My secondary uniform, because I was going to use these. I've used this for all go deep. I was going to probably use this for maybe, I was going to use this for lockdown, but I might have to use it for pass rush because I think we'll have a lot more available to use for the pass rush chem. And then we'll go with that. We'll add like 5 or whatever to that. And then we'll figure that out. But that's pretty much what we're going to be rocking with, all right? As far as defensive line goes, we should be a lot better because I really miss this guy. And I'm telling you, listen, guys, I'm not going to recommend somebody that doesn't work, but at the end of the day, you guys have to figure out what works best for you. I tried him out on a whim because I pulled him early in the year, and he made a huge difference to my D-line. And every day that I didn't have him on the squad, I had issues, okay? My blitzes weren't coming in. Dudes were sitting in the pocket for 55 hours. It was really, really bad. So when I explain it to you like this, if you have another D tackle, like say you got Ndamukong Suh, you got Team Ndamukong Suh, and you're like, yo, he's a beast. You don't got to get rid of him for Fletcher Cox. I'm just telling you that he's another option that's also pretty good. But you don't have to alter what you're doing for your squad just because my squad's doing it. These players work for me. So I'm going to recommend them because I want you guys to also do well. But that doesn't mean that you need to utilize these guys. I got to get a new left outside linebacker because this guy's dragging my overall down. This guy is garbage right here. We got to figure out what we're doing with him. Anthony Barr is garbage too, but he's not like that type of garbage. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, this guy right here is really grinding my gears the more I look at his card. All right, but it doesn't really matter. That's neither here nor there. So that's pretty much where we are right now defensively. That's where we're headed, all right? As we continue to upgrade the team, our O-line is where I want it right now, okay? I don't really see a need to do anything with these guys because I sit in the pocket forever. Especially when I aggressive block them, I just sit in the pocket forever. No holding, no nothing like that. These guys are monsters, all right? Tyler Eifert, you know, like this guy is really, he's grinding my gears a little bit, but he's very consistent when compared to other tight ends. And other than Grunk, I don't really think that there's somebody else I would really be looking into getting right now because I think he's better than Travis Kelce. So that's pretty much a decision that I had to make. I really wanted that Jadeveon Clowney. It didn't work out that way. I went with the player that works best for my scheme, and hopefully you guys will do the same. If you have any other questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section. Tweet me at GmiasWorld. Like me on Facebook. Go to Instagram at GmiasWorld. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.